Welcome ladies and gents back to another Bingo Blitz episode, and today's episode is going to be rather quick and efficient because we've got nothing to cover over in the notebook, and as you can see we are not doing an introduction because we are diving into our catch-up game, which is the predecessor to today's final. So as you can see in the second leg against Thur, they give us a bit more of a game at our place than they did back at home. I believe back at home we beat them 6-3, correct me if I am wrong, but it was 1-1 at our place. Admittedly, most of the game we did play with 10 men, but statistic wise they were technically slightly better. Yes, they had a couple less shots than us, but getting 6 of them on target out of 8, where we was only managing to get 2 out of 10, which is really disappointing. We need to do a lot better in front of goal in this final, which, by the way, we are missing 2 of our players for. But as you can see, Krasniqi, 18 minutes in, got himself a yellow card. Cabrera grabbed us the opening goal on the 22nd. Krasniqi, though, then got himself a second yellow card, sent off 4 minutes before half time. What a terrible time to get yourself sent off. So that meant I had to do a whole lot of shuffling, I should say, in the middle of the park. So as you can see, we're going for a 3-4-1-2. I ended up dropping Cabrera back to the playmaker role, where you can see Agyakwa. He swapped across to where Krasniqi was over in that ball winning midfielder role. I believe I dropped Hakim into the cam spot, and then Zamri went up front on his own, playing deep line forward on support. I believe that was the shift we went for, and then they managed to pull themselves a goal back on the 77th minute, which was a bit too late. The miles behind from that first leg, of course. But without further ado, let's head on over to the stadium and let's crack on with today's final. Okay, ladies and gents, welcome to the FA Cup final, and this isn't going to be our only game because I've decided we are going to play the next game in the league, because that game could decide us becoming the champions. So we might lift 2 trophies here today, or we might lift none. Who knows? Depends how things go. I think we're pretty much guaranteed to get the league, though. We do only need 2 points in the remaining games, so I think we're pretty comfortable in that one. In terms of today's game, though, we are of course taking on Malacca. 35 degrees Celsius, it is calm here today, and well, there's a reasonable turnout, not a sold out stadium, because well, it's 110,000 capacity. Be surprised if we manage to fill that one out, but perfect pitch condition here today. 48,554 tickets have been sold for today's final, though, and our team for today, like I said, we are missing a couple of players through suspension. Those are of course Krasniqi and Cabrera. That means today's team is Malias in goal, a backline of Ayimbila, Kalonda and Mauricio. In our midfield we have Asri, Sumara, Hong Wan, a guy I really haven't been utilising enough. Hanapi on that right hand side. In that cam spot, of course, is Agyakwa. In front of him is Hakim and Zamri. Our bench consists of Biden, Eldstal, Lowry, Mansour, Sayyadi, Safari and Tuck. But without further ado, let's go have that chitty chat. Okay, ladies and gents, it is of course cup final time, and how do you think we are going to approach this one? Of course, we are going assertive. I've had the team meeting prior, I was assertive. There was one random reserve player who wasn't happy with me going, I expect you to want to win, but the rest of them took it rather well. So we're going to be assertive. We've been on a good run. No, we're favourites for a reason. Go out there, make sure they're left with no doubt as why. These fans have been fantastic for us. They're the ones who really pay your wage. Go out there and win the trophy for the fans. Win it for you, ladies and gents, back at home watching this one. So, as you can see, they're on a rather rough bit of form. A draw, loss, a win, and a draw. They are going for 5 at the back. Pretty much going for the opposite of us. They're going rather defensive. We're going rather attacking. We are, of course, going to swap this to their formation, though. So, let's crack on with this one. See how we get on here today in the FA Cup final. And then, of course, take on Pyjama City as we take on PJ City away from home in the second game. But Asri to take the corner. I nearly said free kick. Front post. And it goes sailing over the bars. Kalonda can't keep his head down. Unfortunate Kalonda. Go do better than that, my friend. No one's particularly struggling. Zamri on a 6-5. I would expect a little bit more from him. But roughly, people are doing okay. Mauricio on a 6-6 as well. Need a little bit more from you, my friend. Little bit more. Now, 35th minute. 10 minutes remaining in the half. We are going to demand a little bit more as we head towards that half-time point. Come on, lads. Let's grab a goal before we head on into half-time. It's disappointing that they've only had 3 shots and all 3 are on target. we've had 8, only 2 on target. Again, we've been rather disappointing on our shooting, and if I can tell them, I shall tell them. So I'm not happy with performance out there. If we can get a goal, yeah, assertively, I'm not happy with performance out there. Do better, shoot better, get some goals, and let's win this one. So Mauricio with a free kick on this right hand side, plays it inside to Kalonda. Kalonda tries a ball over the top, gives it away to Aziz though. He's going to nod it forward. Lovely interception by Samara though. He's got it to Asri on this left hand side, and Asri's found a little bit of space. Can he get past this last man though? Oh, he's just keeping it in on that byline. Come on Asri, whipping a good cross, you can do it. It's over to Agiakwa. No, Aziz gets in between and he nods it forward to Yakum. Yakum now on the counter attack, but he is being closed down, plays it back to Fauzi. Fauzi over to Aziz. Aziz is just going to play it up though. It's going to be a pass back yet again as Stanley plays it back up to Hafizo. Hafizo now, ball over to this left hand side. He finds Kamara. He's dispossessed by Arif though. Arif now coming down this right hand side. Only a couple of minutes into this second half. Can we grab an opening goal? Come on Arif. Big time to get a good cross in here. Whips it across. Zamri's got way too much space. Oh, and he's found the gap. What a beautiful finish by Zamri. He had 2 men and the goalkeeper in his way. I think the view for the goalkeeper might have been obstructed, but even his dive was pretty darn decent. But what a finish by Zamri. Couldn't have got it much nearer to the post without hitting it. What a beautiful finish. Let's have another little look at this one. Arif makes the run down the right hand flank, turns, passes across. Zamri had way too much space. They shouldn't have done this. This little cluster here, one of these 2 defenders should have at least been trying to close him down. Mainly the guy who seemed to be obstructing the goalkeeper's view, to be honest. Might paid him off, you know. Anyways, I don't mind. As long as we pick up the victory, I am happy. So, 63rd minute. We've got a couple of yellow cards, Mauricio and Arif. No one's particularly tired though, so we are going to hold off for just a wee little bit. I know, I keep saying wee little bit. It shouldn't even be in my vocabulary, but it's just there in the back of my head. It's because I like to do random accents. Nasri, anyway, whips it in back post. Oh, Malias tips it. Mauricio tried to clear it, and it was a terrible clearance. It eventually falls to Hadji, who just nods it past. We're off to a good start. Took us a while. And all that hard work been thrown away. Nasri whips it in, back post. Malias, just get it out of play. On Mauricio there. Don't kick it against their player for it to then just bounce up into the air for Hadji to nod it in. You know? Seemed pretty poor. A Yimbala on a 6.5 right now. We also have Mauricio on a 6.5. So you know what? Let's get the guy who's on 6.5 and... Ooh, a Yimbala's down to a 6.4. Ooh. Ooh. You know what? You know what? No. 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 We won't do that. Also, Kalonda's getting rather tired. So, we'll go single sub for now. I'm not sure if we've got additional time or penalties. I should have probably checked that, because that would probably determine who I'm going to take off or keep on. For example, Hakim is tired right now. I want him on if it's going to penalties. If it's going to extra time, I might want to put a fitter player on so he can run about a bit, you know? Kalonda. You know what? Lads, how good are you at penalties? Can we get our penalty right? Anyone on the bench who's good at pens? We've got Tuck, who we could get onto the pitch. Mauricio, we've taken off. Mansour is okay, I guess. So we really need to find a way of getting Tuck in, I think is what we've learnt from that. So, Hanapi is struggling. Agiakwa, how do you feel about penalties? And Zamri, how do you feel about penalties? Who is some of our worst ones? Okay, Zamri doesn't particularly like penalties. This works out great. So Tuck, get up there. Tuck can play poacher as well. That works out perfectly. So he can come on up there. We have Malias, who is struggling. Do we want to go for the whole goalkeeper sub? Probably not. I think we'll do that one. Right now, though, Laura with a free kick here on this right-hand side gets it up to Hong Wan. He gets it over to Arif. Arif up to Agiakwa. Lovely nod on to Hakim, and Hakim has grabbed us a goal. We might not need to worry about extra time or penalties. We've just got a second one here on the 80th minute. I'm worrying about that. our team's worrying about just getting us in that lead. Nice job there. Oh, and breathe. It is only a goal though. It is only a single goal. Agyakwa did a great job beating their equalising goal scorer, Omar Haji, by the way, in the air there to nod it forward. Now, 5 minutes remain in this one. A riff's on a yellow card. We have a couple of players who are a little bit tired. So, Safari, you can go out there. Let's get our Safari on the go. Get a little bit of fitness on that right-hand side. Perhaps we can get a counter-attack going down there as they try and push on. But Nasri down this right-hand side. Where's he going to go with it? Back to Haji. Haji, of course, like I previously said, the goal scorer. He gets it to Zaid. Zaid's going to go back to Aziz. Aziz over to Fauzi. Fauzi up to Zaid. Zaid is just going to hold it. Matt Zaid up to Faudi. Faudi ball over the top. Kalonda intercepts it. Lovely nod on to Hong Wan. And we've got 5 minutes of additional time. We are a minute and a half into that, though. Safari with the ball here on the right hand side, plays it back to Hong Wan. Hong Wan, ball over the top. Can Hakim get onto the end of this? If he can, oh, that could have possibly sealed this game. Kamara though, coming down this left hand side, he's getting pushed out wide. Don't do anything silly now, lads. Just waste the time. Let's burn the clock down. It's a ball up. Samara nods it onto Asri. Asri, play it inside. You've got support there. No need to get dispossessed here. You're getting double team, my friend. Please don't lose it. Thank you. Over to the byline. Can he get a good crossing? Whips it in. Back post. Safari. Ooh. Could have put the finishing touch on the game, but no. No, he does not. And we now can finally go lift the trophy. Ladies and gents, your FA Cup holders now. I don't know who previously had it. I think we might have just retained it. I think this is the title Johor got prior to me coming here. I'm not sure though, but this year's FA Cup champions, can we now go and guarantee the league to go along with it? Well, let's head on over to the ground and let's find out, shall we? Okay, ladies and gents, welcome to the transfer page. Yes, we've got a new addition before today's game, and as you can see from just behind me, yes, it's a free transfer, and I am going to change his name because, well, his last name is Claus. What do you think I'm going to call him? Well, is of course going to be Santa Claus. But before I change his name, he is Mateus, just in case you was interested in finding him for yourself. So Mateus Claus coming in on a free transfer, 29-year-old Brazilian goalkeeper, 4 stars. As you can see, he is pretty darn good. He's got 15 as his aerial reach. All-round solid goalkeeper. Not going to dwell too long on him. He's in as a star player, of course, 2.7 grand per week. He isn't expected to really develop too much. 65 grand to 275. He's only in on a season contract, but I might extend that for them going forward. As you can see, he's been in Brazil his entire life before coming here to Malaysia, but he's going to be heading into our starting lineup. But who else will be joining him for today's game? Okay, so before we dive into the team sheet and see who Sante is being joined by in today's game, well, I thought I'd bring us here so you can have a quick little look at the table, see that we're only a game away, well, a win away from guaranteeing the title, and, well, these are the other couple of games that are going on here today. Now, one of them, of course, is Pahang, the team that could possibly catch us if they win every single game, we lose every single game. They are versing PDRM, the other team in the relegation zone. We are versing bottom of the league, PJ City, though. They've got 7 points from 18 games. I think we should be able to guarantee it here today against PJ. So we are going to apply the opposition instructions. It's top versus bottom, 31 degrees Celsius, calm, good pitch condition. Only 1,700 people have turned up here today, though, out of their 25,000 capacity stadium. Now, our team for today, as you can see, I've changed Mr. Claus's name to Santa Claus. We then have Corbin Ong, Kalonda and Yimbala in defence. We have Asri, Mansour, Agyakwa and Hanapi in midfield. Cabrera sitting behind Hakim and Zamri. On our bench is Malias, Elstal, Musa, Hong Wan, Safari, Suhaimi and Tuck. But without further ado, let's submit the team and let's go have a cheer chat with the lads, shall we? Okay, so disappointingly, there wasn't many good numbers I could have gave to Santa. He's going to have to settle for number 54 as his shirt number, but in terms of team talks, well, we're going to be assertive here today. We'll be crowned champions if we win, so go out there and make your dreams a reality. Don't let your dreams be dreams, my friends. So head on out. That wasn't the greatest of team talks, but who on earth cares? Maybe it was the delivery. Maybe it's because I did it assertively. Don't let your dreams be dreams, lads. I should have been a bit more upbeat, you know, a little bit peppier. Anyways, does not matter. We shall pick up a victory here today. I believe in the lads. Mansour playing it back to a riff. Ball into Kalonda. Kalonda turns, passes Cabrera. Can he get a shot off? No. He gets it to Aguiaqua though. Ooh. In this almost empty stadium, of course. As you can see, the parking lot in that top left corner of the stadium. And, well, I'm not even sure what on earth's going on in this bottom left either. A couple of lampposts with an area which doesn't seem to have anything in it, and a door that seems to lead to probably nowhere. That's interesting assets around the edge of today's ground. Again, a wall clipping through the boards. Sports Interactive, please, I beg you. If you do anything, I don't mind random stuff at the edges of the pitch. At least make sure it doesn't clip through the advertisement boards. Clipping is just a pet peeve. Like, that is something that shouldn't have managed to make its way in. Like, the line of boards where they join, no asset should ever be in that boundary. I don't know how you end up with a wall clipping through an entire signboard. I don't know. Interesting how that managed to happen, but it does. And it happens a lot. I don't know why it happens at all. Never mind as much as it does, but it does. So we are going to demand more of the lads, of course. Much as I'm demanding a little bit more of Sports Interactive when it comes to their game assets, especially the ones surrounding the pitch randomly. If you're going to have something like that randomly placed there, at least place it back an extra couple of meters so it don't clip through the advertisement boards. It looks hideous to begin with, never mind it then breaking the immersion even more by clipping through the soundboards. Anyway, we're going to head into the dressing room. Enough rambling from me. Simply wasn't good enough. Let's point our finger. Got to be better in front of goal, lads. At least we've got Santa in net who hasn't conceded. We're both on, okay, we're not both on 4 shots. We are now on 5. We are going to make a substitution rather shortly, though, as we approach our usual substitution time. Chimat is going to hoof it upfield, though. Kalonda intercepts, nods it down for Cabrera. He finds Hakim. Hakim maybe a ball through to Zamri. He goes back to Cabrera now. Cabrera over the top. Zamri running onto the end of it, but can he make use of this one-on-one? Oh, is it the post? Oh. Omar was tightening the angle. He found the gap at the right-hand side. Well, the goalkeeper's left, but his right. Just couldn't get it past him. Drilled it into the post. Cabrera, though, whips in the corner. Unfortunately, doesn't get into anyone and is cleared away. PDRM, by the way, holding Pahang to a draw, which for us is enough. We don't need to technically win this. We just need them not to win their game. But it would be nice, of course, to go winning the league by winning instead of just by virtue of the other team not being able to get the points. Zamri is on 6.5 right now. You know what? Let's get a few fresh faces on. So Zamri's having a rough one. Tuck can go up there. Safari can come on for Hanapi. Hanapi isn't having the greatest of games either, and he's also on the yellow card. Mansour's on the yellow card. So Suhaimi, I guess, for Mansour? Or do we bring on Hong Wan? Who is better? Hong Wan is technically better. Okay, fine. We'll bring on Hong Wan. I haven't been using him enough, so it would be nice to give him the opportunity. Really don't like this wall, by the way, going into the stand. It just, I don't know. What's going on here? Is it like a construction site right behind the stand? I don't know why it's walled off like that as well. Why were it walled off? Anyway, getting distracted by random assets that's put in by Sports Interactive. The Zim right now, going to pull it back for Asri. Asri's going to go across the field. He finds Musa in way too much space. And we're a goal down to bottom of the league. This is typical FM, isn't it? Typical FM, 10 minutes from time. We've just won the title. And by the way, winning the FA Cup, I thought it was our first trophy, right? No, I completely forgot. We'd already won the Charity Shield. So technically, we've already won the double. This will be our treble if we can guarantee the league title, which I think we should be able to. Maybe the quadruple if we can win the Malaysian Cup. And we've got an opportunity for a 5th if we can win the Confederation Cup, but I think that one's definitely beyond us. Cabrera plays it back to Aguiaqua. We're going to be in the Confederation Cup next episode, by the way. We are going to play our second leg, which sees us head away to Indonesia. I can't quite remember the team's name, though, so I apologise for that. But we shall be heading to Indonesia in the next episode. It's a ball. Ooh. Okay, this is painful. At least, out of the two, this is the one I would rather lose. But still, our first loss of the season is going to be the debut of Santa Claus in goal to bottom of the league. Didn't think I'd be saying that sentence ever, quite frankly. But that is the situation. Now, Pahang has also won 3-1 in their game. I still think we're going to win the league. Sadly, I wasn't able to show you it on this episode, and it's probably going to happen before we get to Indonesia. So, I'm sorry for that, but I thank you all for at least joining us in this one. Hopefully you enjoyed that FA Cup game. I know it was a bit of a disappointment here against PJ City, but hopefully you've all had yourselves a lovely day. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I believe this is a late in the week episode, and I hope you all have a lovely night. Goodbye.